back.
We're back. You know what? We continued the next lesson because we want to read a Passover book. It's a fun book.
It's coming up.
It's called The Little Red Hen and the Passover Matzah. And it's written by Leslie Kimmelman and it's illustrated. That means the person that drew its name is Paul Mizell. So Leslie Kimmelman wrote the book and Paul Mizell illustrated, made the pictures and colored the book. We talk about author, we talk about illustrator, don't forget. The usual question I ask first is pre-K. Is this, you think, a fiction story, a fake story, or a non-fiction, a real story? Look at the pictures. Do you think this is a real story about real people, or do you think it's a fake story about fake people? Usually at this point, my class would say, Maura, it's about a hen. I don't think it's about a real person. And that's true. This is a fake story, a funny story. Let's see what happens. The Little Red Hen and the Passover Matzah.
I want matzah right now.
Let's see.
Okay.
Ready? Sorry, Abby, I have to block
It's
you.
okay.
The year was passing. The Little Red Hen could feel the change of the seasons in the tips of her tail feathers. She could smell it in the barnyard air, and she could see it on her calendar. See her calendar there? Yeah. Oh, Gewalt, exclaimed the Little Red Hen, thinking ahead to spring. Before I know it, it will be time for Passover. I will need some matzah for my Seder dinner, and that begins with some grains of wheat. Look at the farm. You see the farm animals? I see a cow. I see a sheep. I see a goat. I see a horsey. I see a doggy. I see a hen. And I see a chicken. Let's see. Oh, I even see baby chicks. Look at the front. I see baby chicks.
Oh, that's so cute.
Let's see what happens. In the corner of the chicken coop, the Little Red Hen kept a small pile of grain safe from wind and water. She gathered them now and went to find her friends. Such friends she had, always ready to lend a hand. Who will help me plant these grains? She asked them. Not I, said the sheep. Sorry, Bub, said the horse. Think again, said the dog, a little bit rudely. The Little Red Hen was not happy. Okay, she grumbled. I should worry. I'll just do it myself. And the Little Red Hen planted those grains all by herself. Does she have good helpers? Not really. Let's see what happens next. Months passed. The sun shone, the rain fell, and the grain grew tall. The Little Red Hen waited patiently. Finally, there was a field of wheat ready to be harvested. The Little Red Hen went to find her friends. Look at the top picture. You see? That's ready to be cut down. Let's see what happens. This time she was sure they'd lend a hand. Who will help me cut the wheat, she asked.
I will.
Not I, said the sheep. Sorry, Bub, said the horse. Think again, said the dog, a little bit rudely. We're your friends, not your servants. The Little Red Hen was definitely not happy. Friends, schmens, she muttered. I'll just do it myself. And the Little Red Hen cut the wheat all by herself. Does she have good friends? Not really. Let's see what happens next.
Guys, for Passover, you always have to be mixed for boys and girls to your parents.
Yes, you do. The wheat was ready for the mill. The Little Red Hen gathered it together and went to find her friends. They won't disappoint me again, she told herself confidently. I mean, she was sure they were going to be good helpers. Who will help me carry this wheat to the mill? Asked Little Red Hen. Not I, said the sheep. Sorry, Bub, said the horse. Think again, said the dog, a little bit rudely. We're resting right now.
Not nice friends to me.
Look at this picture. Not nice friends to any of us. Let's see. The Little Red Hen was really not happy this time. I should live so long to see this bunch of lazy no-goodniks put in an honest day's work. I'll do it all myself. The Little Red Hen took the wheat to a special Passover mill, where a miller ground it into flour. Then she schlepped that flour back home in a big heavy sack. clucking to herself all the way. Look how tired. Look how heavy that bag is, all by herself. Right before she, before she knew it, it was spring, the morning of the first night of Passover. The little red hen had cleaned her house top to bottom. There wasn't a crumb of bread to be found anywhere. Time to make the matzah, the little red hen announced to her friends. Who wants to help? Everyone deserves a second or third or fourth chance, she said. She reminded herself, but what do you think the little red hen heard? Oh no, I can't read. It makes me so sad, I can't read. What if they say no again? What's gonna happen? Pre-K. She's trying so hard. She's doing everything by herself. I can't read anymore.
Can we make predictions?
You can make predictions. What do you think is gonna happen?
I think like at the very end they're gonna be like, ugh, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I agree with her, but I think in the middle she's gonna get mad by saying you would want to help. You just want to come. Maybe they want to come to her dinner and just not ask for help.
I think my pre-K class right now would say, Maura Reed is going to get good at the end. Maura Reed is going to get good at the end. And usually I say, I can't read anymore. I can't do it. It's so sad. It makes me so sad when people don't help, when they're not mitzvah boys and girls. Let's see what happens. I think my class is right. It's going to get good at the end.
Yeah, more mommy.
Let's see. Who wants to help? Not I, said the sheep. Sorry, Bub, said the horse. Ha ha, laughed the dog, more than a little bit rudely. Think again, said the dog.
Wow.
The little red hen was not happy. She was not surprised either. Okay, she said. So I should starve? I'll make it myself. That's a very good little red hen. So, the little red hen washed up carefully. She put a big bowl on the kitchen table. Then she set her timer. According to Jewish law, Passover matzah had to be finished in just 18 minutes. We did that project. Pre-K, do you remember when we made challah and matzah and we compared the two? And challah had time to rise and matzah did not. So she could only be in the oven for 18 minutes. The little red hen mixed the flour and water quickly. She kneaded it quickly. She rolled it out twice and nice and flat. And she pricked it all over so it won't puff up. And she put it into the oven to bake. We've done this, right, Pre-K? We made this. Ding! The matzah was ready just in time. Ooh. Then the little red hen prepared the Seder dinner. She boiled eggs, simmered soup, and mixed gefilte fish. She washed parsley, chopped apples and nuts, and stirred the batter for cake. Finally, she set the table, putting a beautiful Passover Haggadah at each place and an extra chair for Eliyahu, the prophet. Should he come? God willing, she finished with a covered plate of homemade matzah. The little red hen sat in a chair and waited. When the sun began to set in the evening sky, there was a knock on the door. Guess who was standing there? Let's see.
I can smell the matzah from here.
Beautiful table. You can smell it. I like that idea, Becca and Abby said. Everyone, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Can you smell the matzah?
That smells so good.
Yeah,
We actually got shmura matzah. We got the round ones from Kanisa, and it smells so good. I didn't smell it yet.
I'm ready to eat it.
From last
I'm
year.
ready to eat it.
So let's see. Her Seder table's ready. Let's see.
Who's at the door?
Bah! Nay! Woof! We're famished. We're starving, they told the little red hen. What's for dinner?
You didn't help me.
You've got to be kidding, said the little red hen. What chutzpah? How rude. You didn't help me plant the grains when I asked you. You didn't help me harvest the wheat when I asked you. You didn't help me carry them to the mill or take it back home. You didn't even help me bake the matzah. So tell me, why should I share my Seder with the likes of you guys that never helped me?
That's a nice hen. She's just saying.
Right.
Abby was right so far. She said they're gonna come to the door and eat.
Let's see. Sheep, horse, and dog couldn't think of anything to say. The little red hen was right. They hadn't been very good friends. The three animals silently hung their heads in shame. Look, they're They're so
Look at
embarrassed.
the horse. Look at the dog.
The little red hen was quiet too. Now I should invite them to my Seder, she thought. Then she remembered the words written on the Passover Haggadah. Let all who are hungry come and eat. She looked at her friends. They looked hungry. Besides, the little red hen was a good egg. A mensch. A mensch forgives. And why are you standing there? She said finally, come on in. What a
She's a
beautiful
nice
mitzvah
hen.
woman. So together the friends celebrated the holiday of Pesach. Together
look at the
they
cheese.
ate on tasty, crunchy matzah. And when the Seder was over, after all the planting and harvesting and schlepping and cleaning and baking and feasting, just who do you think had to wash all those dishes?
They're gonna
Ah.
Let's see.
They're gonna help. I know. They are.
Ha ha! Not I, said the little red hen. Who's washing the dishes? The sheep, the dog, and the horse.
I knew.
We were both right. I said the middle, and I said next to
The
back.
end. Pre-K, what a great story, and yes,
So hen was.
they were
This
right.
is what we have to learn from the story.
What?
Hen was a very nice friend for letting them come, but the animals were very mean.
They were not very nice.
Also-
But did they learn their lesson?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you think
And
about
they
that?
helped clean.
Also, if you got like, well, I forgot what I was gonna say.
So we learn a lot of lessons from this story, and I love the story because for most of the holidays and a lot of things, they have the little red hen. I like the colors. I like the pictures. I like how it trying to present it the way the Pesach, how they get to the flower and everything. And I like the way they make the story look so lifelike, even though it's cartoon.
Yeah.
The
I
illustrator
hope
did
we
very
all
nice.
learn that since we're all home and we're going to be home for a little bit of a time, we can help our mommies and daddies with what they need in the house.
Mitzvahs.
Because we are mitzvah boys and girls. And we know for Pesach, it's a great thing to help. And Pre-K, we love you. We miss you. And I can't wait to read the next story. Enjoy. I think our next one is going to be Matzah Below Stairs. I love this book. But not today, maybe tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.